Hello, YouTube. We have got a mess. Now, I did not film a cooking episode or even an eating episode because we have got a mess. It is dark out here at the home base, and I am exhausted. This is day 2 of me with the RV. Actually, night 2. This is the second night. The first night we drove it here, barely made it. This day, I have tried to put the seat cushions where they belong as best as I could. This light contraption is Max's. It's a solar-powered spotlight. And you can see I have a temporary battery pack here. The portable battery pack with the vehicle battery in it that doesn't seem to be holding a charge. But it does work. I mean, I can turn it on. I don't know if you can hear the fan there. So I'm going to attempt to try to sleep in here, even though you see bugs flying in, because there is an opening there. Maybe I won't sleep in here tonight. I might try it. But the stuff is still under wraps because it's not all bolted in or anything. I did put in the floor, so now we don't have to worry about falling through, even though it isn't done yet. I also put in the stairwell. And you can see cables and stuff are just everywhere. And that's why I didn't film a cooking with Denoy episode. But I made spaghetti with meat, hamburger meat. And shared some of it with Max, even though we didn't eat in here. He was working all night and just grabbed some and ate on the run in his RV. I am in process of just trying to get this thing back to reassembly status. So it's like a jigsaw puzzle that you don't really know what it looked like. Because I never saw what it looked like before. The pieces have been strewn all over the place. I've tried to put the seat cushions where I thought they belonged and everything else. And I'm probably going to not put these cabinets back in because they're kind of warped and bad. And, you know, for the back and the sides. So I will probably just rescue these, the glass doors. The cabinets themselves, I think they're like storage. But even all this stuff has not, you know, I haven't even had a chance to go through the drawers and stuff. Because it's only day 2, and I also have not had time to really work on the RV other than the floor. Been mostly helping Max with the area here, because we're doing like kind of yard work and stuff like that, getting things, you know, prepped and clean and nice. So I gotta balance the time that I work on the RV and the time that I'm working at this parking location, which, you know, I can't say for safety and security reasons, but essentially the RV is in shambles. I am just assembling pieces that I can figure out where they go. The bad thing is none of the 12-volt lights and stuff work. You know, the interior lights, and none of the appliances work right now. So I don't know what the situation is, but you can see wires are just cut and loose everywhere. So I may have to try to trace everything. And, you know, I'm not like a wiring expert. I'm not like, and this is like the heating, cooling systems and whatnot, and even the sewer systems, I think, maybe. But, see, it says battery. So there's no power coming here at all. And it's because everything's disconnected. I don't know if circuits have been blown, or if something just unplugged, or if it's just turned off. Yeah, nothing. There's no reading. It's getting no power because it's probably disconnected. Because you can see all the guts of all the wires and everything is just sitting everywhere. I had spaghetti with meat, hamburger meat, and of course used some badia, and it was good. It was good. I shared some of it with Max. You can see I bought some more of these plates and plastic. I know some of you hate plastic, but I bought these plastic bowls and stuff to try to use in here, even though we don't have the water working, so I bought a lot of water. Spent like $60 on groceries today. That's 3 bottles there, and I had a bottle over here that I was using. Also, I don't have the propane or the gas system working. Maybe it's natural gas. Is it LPN? Liquid petroleum gas or propane gas? I don't know. But I don't have that working, but I am trying to use the refrigerator. And what I did was I bought like a $2 bag of ice from Walmart. I think it's 10 pounds. And I put it in here in bins. You can see here. I have an ice and suck on it. But I also bought a bunch of food. It's actually frozen. Still not frozen, but cold. And there's the hamburger meat there. I'm trying to see how long the refrigerator will keep food cold with ice. So basically, $2 worth of ice. I'm trying to see if it'll last 3 days. This refrigerator may be better than the cooler that I had when I was in Little Blue 2, which only lasted about 2 days, maybe 3 top. If I can keep this cold with a bag of ice for $2, you know, I can keep buying ice maybe every 3 days or 4 days and keep food in the refrigerator cold until I can get the gas system working or electric working with solar. But it is a disaster. I mean, everything's just loose and everywhere, like disconnected. I have moved a bunch of stuff. Tried to straighten things out. Still haven't gotten to the point of putting in all the insulation and double checking to make sure that it's not leaking. So if it rains, I might be screwed if it starts leaking. My goal is to put the insulation up and try to get the walls up. Then try to coat the ceiling, the roof on the outside with sealant. Maybe elastomeric paint, you know, that white stuff that we put on top of Little Blue 2. Buy some more and just spread that all over the top. Somehow get up there. But I've got to build some wood here. I got to put some framework up so that the ladder, the back ladder that you can climb on, has something to screw into. Because the whole thing can fall apart. It is hot in here because air isn't moving. I'm going to try to open this window a little bit and get some cross ventilation. I had shut it earlier because I thought it was going to rain, but these windows slide so you can get some air. This will allow air to kind of blow through. So I've got this open. Maybe air will come up from the back towards the front. But the back room is what I'm going to try to work on tomorrow maybe. I need to haul off all this crap and then decide for sure if I'm going to get rid of these cabinets because they're kind of warped and broken and like not in the best shape, you know. And my biggest concern is trying to find, I don't know if that's the fuse panel back there. I'm trying to find where the circuits are for the 12-volt system, because if I can get that hooked up to the recreational battery, which may be dead because this vehicle supposedly sat for 3 years, and maybe that's why nothing's working, or it could just be they pulled off wires and just stuff's just loose, you know, not connected. But if I got the 12-volt system working, then this RV would be really nice, because then we could have lights and stuff. AC isn't working because, you know, everything's disconnected. I think it does have a ceiling AC, but haven't turned it on. It does not have a generator. Somebody removed the generator. There's a slot for the generator. But that's where we're at. The gas system for the stove, obviously it's not hooked up or working yet. I am cooking with the butane cooking system, and we'll be using that until this is hooked up and working, if ever. And of course water's not running because the pump's not hooked up. There's no water as far as I know. Probably needs to be cleaned and everything in the tank. I may just go ahead and wire my own stuff. I don't know. What's happening is I'm coming in and I'm not sure why things aren't working, because I don't know if they disconnected it somewhere or if there's a blown circuit or the battery's dead. The car does, the van does have trouble with running. So the engine and the transmission and all that need to be checked out. but it was good enough to get us safely from Orlando to here, and that's the big thing, because I can park it here now and live in it, at least until, you know, I'm not allowed to live here anymore. And I gotta find a new spot to park. But by then, hopefully, I got the vehicle running better. Hopefully. That's the plan. Right now, I'm not concentrating on the mechanical aspects of it, but have been just trying to get it out of this status, you know, where stuff's just piled everywhere. So, I need to destroy some of this, just collapse it and throw it away, save what I can, and then rebuild what I can. But the key will be getting the room back into usable status. And like the floor is now usable. I can walk even though it's not even. I can see how it kind of comes up and stuff. So I've got to try to bolt all this stuff down, lay a board down, and then maybe put on the real floor before all this gets destroyed. But funding is the big issue. You know, you're trying to live in something and build it as you're living in it, and also you got a very limited budget. It's not like I had a whole bunch of money and got the RV and was able to do all this work. I had what little money I was able to raise that, you know, kind viewers have donated to the New Home for Denoy what is it? GoFundMe, yeah. If it seems like I'm kind of dazed out, it's because I am exhausted. Yesterday's drive was a white knuckle drive. I didn't get to bed till like 12 or 1 or 2. I was so wired. And then today I got up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, 6:30, and I've been up. I don't know what time it is. It's probably like 10 or 11, and I'm just now winding down and dealing with this mess because, you know, I decided to try to cook dinner in here instead of in Little Blue 2, and to start to move things here so that it's set up like a house. But we're doing that even as it's being renovated. It's trying to renovate. So it's kind of depressing right now because stuff is just everywhere. But I know that if I'm persistent and keep working on this, tomorrow I have to try to go and figure out what kind of glue I can get, and then try to put these pieces where they belong. But see, you can see it's like puzzles, you know, jigsaw puzzle, and I don't know where all the pieces go, and even if all the pieces are here. So the cushions were a little bit easier to figure out than the foam insulation, and you can see some of it sagging and not right. So I'll have to do some kind of reinforcement. But once I get the foam up and get the ceiling and cover things up, it should look nicer and not leave me so frazzled, because I think when you're inside a vehicle and you see the framework and wires are everywhere and there are just stuff everywhere, it can be a bit overwhelming, which is what I'm feeling right now. But it's not just feeling overwhelmed, it's the fact that I've been like going non-stop for about, you know, close to 48 hours now. So anyhow, I am going to try to sleep in here tonight, just like this. Maybe I'll go get my pillow from Little Blue 2. And I'm going to leave the side door here open, even though there's a hole. Need to kind of cover that. Mosquitoes will come in, maybe. There are some bugs coming in right now. And maybe I'll get a pillow to try to sleep on this little tiny sofa. I think it'll pull. I don't have it screwed in or bolted down, but it actually, I think, pulls out and becomes like a twin-sized bed. So that's when it's working. Right now it's not working. It's just sort of laid, you know, I just sort of put things there. Nothing's like really set the way it should be, you know, like permanently with screws and bolted in and stuff. It's just sort of sitting there just as a space holder. And it's just so I had a place to store it instead of a big pile. Because, you know, when I went to get the RV, that's what they did. They tossed everything in here to try to give me all the cushions and stuff, which was very nice of them, because otherwise I would have been without and would have had to make my own, which would not look as nice as these that they've reupholstered. So these are, you know, brand new upholstery. So it's really nice. It looks nice. And if I can rip out all this carpet and get some funds to put in some nice floor, get the ceiling done, get the wiring straightened out, this RV could be a really nice home. You know, it's not like the latest greatest, but it'll be a nice home and something I actually own. And, you know, the big thing is trying to get it so it can run nicely, so I can drive it away if there's a problem. Because right now, driving it away is an issue. It's not going to go very far. And trying to go over things like the causeway is impossible. So, that's how we're looking on day 2 of the RV. I just wanted to let you guys know what it's like at night. But I'm going to attempt to sleep here. You can see I got garbage there. Bathroom's still not working. Nothing's working. It's kind of depressing. So, at least my battery system here with the fan works. So, I'll have a nice cool breeze as I sleep. Until next time, everyone, take care. God bless you all. I hope you're staying safe and doing well, and that wherever you are, you're not cooking as far as burning up and stuff. I hope you got some kind of fan or some means of cooling down. But these 12-volt fans are a necessity for Florida heat if you're sleeping. So I've got this one pointing at me. Hopefully there's enough battery power here to run all night. So I'll have it pointed right at me as I attempt to sleep tonight. So take care, everyone. Have a good night. I don't know if did I show you the fridge with I got all sorts of stuff packed in there. Look at that. Look at all that food. Yeah, lots of soda. I've been drinking a lot of soda. And I got orange juice, I got punch, and I got ice down here to try to keep things cool. It's not keeping as cool as up here, which is a smaller space. And I had frozen food in here, but you know, opening it is letting all the cold air out. So down here I might need more ice. But I can definitely feel the cold from up here. Down here it's cool, but not cold. So I bought like frozen meat and stuff and put it in there to help it stay chill. So the hope is that it'll last 5 days. If it lasts 5 days, I can pick up ice. You know, spend $2 on ice, $2 to $3 on ice. That's like $12. What? Between $8 to $12 for ice for a whole month. That's not too bad, right? So you know, to keep food cold. So you could do that without running the gas system. Although the gas system would be nice, but right now things aren't hooked up or working. So I'm doing the best that I can with what I know. And I don't know if Max even knows how to work all this stuff. But he's been busy with all his other projects. My big thing is to try to get the lighting and stuff. See all these lights? I can't get any of them to work. None of them are working. But if I can get the 12-volt lights and stuff working in here, I'll feel a lot better. So stay tuned. Gonna try to read the manual and figure this system out. But you know, the manual just tells how to flip it on and get it working. It doesn't talk about if everything's been ripped open like this. Because this isn't normal. Still, I think I got a good deal, you know. Looks like it could make a really nice home. This is like a nice little 1-bedroom apartment. And it's paid for. Thank you so much, kind viewers. I am forever in debt. And, you know, just can't believe people are that kind. But until next time, everyone, I'm going to let you all go because it is getting late. And I do need to kind of wind down because tomorrow I got to try to get some more work done on this RV. I'm going to have to buy some more parts and whatnot to try to get things working. To try to get the power systems up, either the existing power system or wiring my own. And also getting the insulation and stuff back into place, because until the insulation is all put up, this is going to feel like a disaster. Have a good night, everybody. Take care now. Bye-bye.